guests new and old, thank you for joining me at my table. For those of you that don't know, my name is Kelsey. For those of you that do know, I like to read an inspirational quote at the beginning of my videos. But being that it's Thanksgiving, I figured I would tell you all what I'm grateful for. I'm happy and I'm healthy. I've made a lot of changes to my diet. I'm more conscious of what I consume. I'm literally in the grocery store reading labels. It's kind of a chore, but honestly, it's super beneficial. I've lost 20 pounds this last month. That seems drastic, but honestly, I'm very happy for that. I've been wanting to lose weight for a while. My friend last week said I was glowing. Thank you, Amy. You're glowing too. Not Amy, but all of you. Amy also. I don't want to leave anyone out of this. You're all glowing. You're all beautiful. Thanksgiving is my favorite time of the year. There's a lot of motorcycle out there. That's rude. Thanksgiving is my favorite time of the year. I just love food, obviously, and I love that it brings people together. So I figured I would share a few videos of some of my favorite things that I like to have on Thanksgiving. Let's go over the ingredients together. I have 4 cups of a plain stuffing mix, half a white onion that's roughly chopped. I like bigger pieces. 1 cup of baby carrot rounds. I love carrots. One of my friends' nickname is Carrots. Shout out to Carrots. I have 4 stalks of celery. These are bigger pieces. I think celery is one of the biggest statements that you have for stuffing. Plus, it adds a beautiful color. Same with the carrots. You don't normally have carrots in stuffing, but I like the pop of color and I love carrots, so yes. I have 1 pound of breakfast sausage. I prefer breakfast sausage over Italian sausage. If you like Italian sausage, feel free to use that more. Italian sausage would complement all of the herbs. Speaking of herbs, I have 1 teaspoon each of thyme, basil, dill, and parsley, and then half a teaspoon each of oregano, celery salt, regular salt, and pepper. I have 1 cup of chicken broth and 1 cup of vegetable broth. I like to have both because it adds more dimension. The vegetable broth helps enhance the vegetables and the herbs, and the chicken broth will make it really rich and it complements the sausage really well. If you want to make this vegetarian, skip the sausage and do 2 cups of vegetable broth instead of 1 and 1. I have 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. I don't know what that was. 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. You know I gotta smell the garlic. And I know this seems silly. I have 4 tablespoons of butter. One's going to be to cook all the herbs, and the other one I'm going to melt in the microwave just before we put it in the oven and pour it over the top. It'll add some golden crunch to the top of the stuffing. Yes. These are all the ingredients you'll need for my stuffing. I'll see you over at the stove. I have my cast iron pans on a medium-low heat here. Don't be alarmed if you hear extra snores or sniffles. Potato is very pregnant, so she's a sleepy girl these days. I have a deeper cast iron pan here. To that, I'm going to add just a touch of this broth. And the garlic. We're going to cook this until it becomes fragrant. To the shallow cast iron, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of that butter. This pan is a touch too hot for where I want it. I'm just lowering the heat a little bit. But the browned butter will add some flavor and dimension to the herbs. We will start off with the carrots since those take longer. If you're not comfortable doing both pans at the same time, I understand. It can be hard to keep track of. So we'll cook down these carrots for about 5 to 7 minutes. We'll stir it occasionally. But I think the garlic's pretty fragrant, so to this we'll add the sausage. And we're just going to cook this until there's no more pink in the sausage. Takes little to no time in the cast iron. I'm coming back up on the heat, so medium-high, back in the carrots where I was, just letting the butter settle for a moment when I turned the heat down there. Initially, I had my always pan out for this, but then I remembered carrots cook so much faster in the cast iron. So here we are. Cast iron, baby. It's smelling so amazing already, and we haven't even added the herbs yet. Alright, I'm going to let the sausage brown. Let these cook for another 4 or 5 minutes or so, and then I will see you when we get there. Some of the carrots are getting nice and golden brown. That's what we're looking for. Next, we're going to add in the celery. I like to do smaller bits and the sausage just because it spreads better in the stuffing. Spreads the protein. Can't miss out on the protein. I'm going to let the celery cook down for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to add the onion in next. The sausage is almost done browning. I'm starting to smell the celery, indicating next we will add in the onion. You'll cook this until the onion's translucent, so about a minute or two. Doesn't take long on the cast iron. Look at all that amazing color we're getting here, and we haven't even added the herbs yet. I'm drumming. The sausage is done, so I turn the heat off. I'm gonna set it aside and allow that to cool for a moment. I got my handy dandy trusty welding glove. Super duper handy with cast iron. I also forgot to mention, but before you start cooking, preheat the oven to 350. I'm gonna drop the heat just a little bit here again. The onion is very fragrant and translucent. So next will be the herb ladder. Fully mix that in there. Also, I normally use rosemary and sage for my stuffing, and I totally would have, but I'm out of it, sadly. And I literally went to the store yesterday to buy some ingredients for this video, and I completely forgot. I always have a list, but I left it off my list because I'm a dork. But that's the joy and the fun of cooking, is you can add whatever herbs and spices to your liking. You can make it yours. I'm going to allow these flavors to come together for a couple minutes here, and then we'll proceed to the next step. I can smell all the beautiful notes in there. So now we're going to add in our broth. Add it in slowly or it will spit at you. I'm gonna bring the heat back up to medium low. You might hear Artemis down here getting some water. Or some crumbs. I dropped some carrots down there earlier. Is that good, Artie? Just giving it one more mix, and then we're gonna let it simmer for a few moments until we get a low simmer. It smells amazing. I'm very happy. I do love me some stuffing. Also, I forgot to mention, this is just a side dish. I'm not stuffing a turkey or anything like that. So you might have to change the measurements just based on that and the size of your turkey. But yeah, I'm gonna let this simmer and then I'll come back in a few moments and check on that. Slow simmer here. Let's see where we are in terms of thickness. Nice. Some of the liquid starting to absorb in the veggies there. So last to this, we'll add the cornstarch. This will just help thicken it just a little bit more. It got me. Luckily it wasn't too hot. Just fully mixing that in there. And then once it's all mixed, I'm going to allow it to simmer once more. And then it's almost time to assemble the stuffing. I don't know what that was. Half monkey, half weirdo. That's me, I guess. Let's check on the herbs here. Looking pretty good. It's not quite to the thickness I'm looking for, so I'm going to add just a little bit more cornstarch. Probably about another tablespoon. You want it to be just liquidy enough to absorb into the stuffing, but you also don't want it too thick. I'm gonna get all of this mixed in, and I'm thinking another minute or so. I turned the heat off on that. Whoop. And I kicked my camera, my tripod rather. But look how beautiful that is. Yes, that looks amazing. So you still get some of the liquid in there, but it's also really thick and just ooey gooey. Hair. We don't want to eat hair. Now let's assemble the stuffing. Because now that we're down with the thickness over here. The beautiful thing about cast iron is this is versatile. It can go in the oven, and there's already a lot of dishes to do on Thanksgiving or around this time. So I'm literally just going to reuse this pan here. So first I will add in the stuffing mix. Toss that around into the sausage. And I didn't drain the sausage at all. The fat is going to add flavor back to the stuffing. Add flavor to. There's no flavor yet. This is why we're here. Sorry, that's awkward. I'm not left-handed. Make sure to toss this gently, otherwise they will crumble. You know what? I'm being silly. Let's use this one. There we go. Pretty good for right now. I'm sure you guessed it, but all this is going in here as well. Sorry, I'm kind of blocking that view a little bit. Hopefully you can still see. Again, got my handy dandy welding glove. And even through the glove, you can still feel the heat. That's how hot cast iron gets, especially on a gas range. So do be cautious when using cast iron, but don't be scared. toss all this together. Wow. Man, I'm losing stuff left and right. It wouldn't be cooking if you didn't, right? This smells amazing, and we haven't even baked it yet. Oh my gosh. Just you wait. Man down, man down. What we're looking for here is that every bit of the stuffing gets a little bit of moisture. And of course, it will absorb the moisture too while it's cooking, but just to help that process. I've been watching this YouTube family. They're called Your New Zealand Family. They're so cute. They are a mom and a daughter and a son, and they like do a bunch of different stuff. They do a lot of like food reviews, and people will send them snacks from all over the world. But the mom will literally go, "So yum, so yum," and that's literally what my brain was thinking, so yum, because she's right. But I think it's so cute. If you want a good wholesome channel, I recommend watching them. I'm getting ready to send them a care package of various things. They have a map of the United States on the back of their, or on the wall behind their couch, and nobody sent them anything from Washington State yet, so I'm really hoping to be the first. I want to send them all snacks that are based in the Pacific Northwest. I was born and raised here, so I just want to share some of that culture with them. It's looking pretty moist and fully mixed there. Oh my gosh, so good. I love stuffing. Stuff in my face, that is. And I didn't forget about the melted butter. I just didn't melt it earlier just because it will congeal over time. So I'm just gonna evenly distribute that over the top here. And she is ready to go. Again, this will cook at 350 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes. What you're looking for is some golden brown coloring into the stuffing. So I'm very excited. Oh yeah, I love this dish so much. I'll show you what it looks like coming out, and then I can't wait for the final reveal. We are right around the 30-minute mark, and I can really smell it. So I'm just gonna have a peek here and take a look. Both, I guess, work. That's looking really good. I think the remaining 5 minutes will be just the right amount to get that golden crust I'm looking for. I just wanted to make sure. So we're almost there. Bug timer just went off. We're at 35 minutes. I think it's gonna be good. Guten Tag. Yes, that looks perfect. It smells so scrumptious. I'm going to allow that to cool for a few moments, and then I'll dish up and have some yummy stuffing. Oh gosh. Here's the end result there. So good. You can smell the bread and the herbs. But let's get to the nitty-gritty. So good. There's so many different textures and flavors happening all at the same time. The sausage just kind of like hits you. And then when you get the celery, so good. The top where it was really crispy. This is a great umami, if you will. This is so yummy. If you've never had stuffing with sausage, I highly recommend. Of course, if you're vegetarian, skip out on that. But this meal is so good. If you thought this meal was also delicious, please give it a like. And I thank you for coming to my table. I love you so much. And I got some more cooking to do, you know, Thanksgiving. We got more things rolling out, so I'm on a roll. Okay, bye.